Welcome once again to the sounds of psoriasis scraping. I'm going to talk down here because my microphone is down here. So basically, I will be scraping and getting some sound for you guys. So please enjoy. If you want to get my attention, there's of course the super chat option. But otherwise, I will try to take a break here and there and answer some questions. Okay, here's the important thing. Can you hear this? Was that okay? Perfect. All right, let's get to it. And now, of course, I'm probably going to have to dust off this microphone quite a bit. And I lied about the no talking, but I will re-upload a no talking version for those of you who want to hear non-stop scraping. But as for now, I think that's pretty much all I can do as far as scraping. I mean, I've gotten it pretty clean overall. Yeah, this thing is pretty dirty. Now I'm getting it all over my desk, and I'm gonna have to work on cleaning that. Some people say that they enjoy listening to the sound of my voice, so I will just ramble on and start talking about whatever I want, or whatever you guys want to talk. Can you hear me now? Am I good? Okay, I'll tell you guys a bedtime story. It's the only one that I know by heart, that I read to Desi pretty much every night. It's called, I don't even know what it's called. I just know it's like a bedtime, it's the bedtime book, I think. Okay. The sun has set not long ago. Now everybody goes below to take a bath in one big tub with soap all over. Scrub, scrub, scrub. They hang their towels on the wall and find pajamas, big and small, with some on top and some beneath. They brush, they brush and brush their teeth. I think I forgot it all now because I'm on camera. So the blue colors and the wrenches are, in fact, just you guys are moderators. I saw you guys were very active, so I thought you guys might be able to kick some people out who are being insane. So I can start reading some stuff if you guys want. Okay, what am I not going to get flagged for a copyright strike? I think we can probably go with some, I don't know, is fan fiction considered a copyrightable thing? Do you guys know? Actually, you know what? Let's go back to talking about psoriasis. There was a little issue, not an issue, but an article that I saw the other day, and it was about a teen girl, and she wears her psoriasis proudly, and that to me was awesome because I try to do the same thing. You know, I try not to be ashamed of it, and I want to make sure that I'm comfortable and confident with that psoriasis. And so this young lady, she basically has put herself out there, and she was interviewed by a few different places, and she's a beautiful young girl, but I think they said she was like, I don't know, in her late teens, but she's got psoriasis all over her chest and her arms and legs, and it's red. It's not flaky. And to me, I think the flaking is she probably cleaned herself off, or at least she's on some medications, or she moisturizes constantly. And so that brings me to another point of the topical medications. A lot of people use topical medications, and if you have thick plaques like I do and have had, it gets hard to apply those topical medications to it. because the flakes and the plaque and the scales, they essentially block out the medicine. The medicine will get soaked up by those flakes. And so when you're kind of wasting money because you're applying those medications to that, to the dead flakes, and they are essentially soaking up your money. And medicine costs a lot of money, and that sucks. Excuse me. And so that brings me to the next thing. If people tell me not to scrape, obviously, because it can be harmful, I suppose. You guys have seen me bleed before. It's not really harmful in my opinion, because the harm that it does to the basically the epidermis, the living skin, is essentially it's nothing compared to the not only the satisfaction that I get from removing my own flakes, but the feeling, the sensation returns to my skin below, because it's been covered for so long. And it doesn't feel anything beneath those flakes, and it kind of sucks. And it's nice to have that rush of sensation back. It's great for the mental health, for sure. So yeah, this young lady is awesome, and I'm super happy that she's out there doing it. Let me see if I can get her name. Says her name is Alice Weeks, 18, from Fareham, Hampshire. So that sounds like somewhere in England. But if you guys want to look her up, I can put a link down at the bottom and let you guys look it up. It's really cool. You guys kicking people out of my chat room? I mean, I don't know many people with psoriasis. I do know I've been to a few conferences where there have been many of people that suffer from psoriasis, and a few of them are in a group that I'm in, and they all have psoriasis in various shapes and forms. Most of them have plaque. Some of them have guttate, which is a kind of like a pimple type psoriasis, where it basically has open sores all over the place, which sounds kind of bad. And then a lot of them have psoriatic arthritis, and psoriatic arthritis sounds extremely, extremely painful. So I don't ever want to have to really deal with that. Hopefully I don't have to deal with that anytime in the future, but we shall see what happens. And okay, so yeah, I like to rock out for the most part. I wear, as you guys saw from my other video earlier today, with me kind of scraping or scratching the back of my leg with my big toe. I rock my shorts, and I rock short sleeves, shirts, t-shirts at work, and it's nice, and I'm thankful to live to work in an office that allows me to do that. And not only that, I meet with clients all the time. I get some looks and glances at my psoriasis, but you know what? Most of the time they're looking me right here. They're looking me right in the eyes, and we're talking about business. We don't have time to worry about my skin or anything like that. So that's been fantastic to have a decent reaction from people. As I always say, you can't control what other people think or how they feel about your skin. I mean, I get tons of comments, negative comments, but I've got thick skin and I can handle it. And so you can always go back in the live stream, I think, and view whatever I did before. I don't know. What did you guys think about the scraping off camera? I mean, I can probably put some videos together of, like, I can shoot the video and shoot the audio, and then maybe make 2 separate videos, one with video, one without, and call it there. So I think it's probably something we can do to help out with other people and their ASMR. I definitely want to kind of jump into that a little bit further because it sounds kind of nice, and it allows me to use my voice a little more. Maybe I shouldn't sniff into the microphone so much. Must be all that those skin flakes I'm snorting, right? I don't know how you remove the timeouts, but I can take you off of being moderators if there hasn't been anybody too crazy in here. Yeah, I get a lot of dander, and this should sweep up nicely, and then I'll vacuum it over for good measure. We do get some of the smoke from the fires. It just merely makes it hazy for us here in Colorado, and you can smell it sometimes too, but it's not too terrible, thankfully. I'm sure you guys have it crazy out there in California. So, yeah, what else can we do tonight? I've got probably another 20-30 minutes or so to hang out and chat and chill. The swearing thing, I'm fine with the swearing. I don't know how to change the settings to filter that out. I think that's an automatic thing that YouTube does. And they automatically can all that stuff. So just be careful if you want to hang out and just chill. So I guess, since we're pretty much done with the ASMR part, and I broke my promise of not talking since I didn't think I could scrape any further, we can go ahead and chat a little bit and see what else is going on. So if you have any questions, shoot them on over, and let's go with it. So my favorite method of removing my flakes, that would definitely be using the knife for sure, because it serves 2 purposes. It removes the flakes pretty quick and efficiently, and secondly, it is very satisfying to the scratching sensation. So that definitely works the best overall. But when I really want to clean everything, like you see this right here, I scrubbed that down actually before, and these patches on my arms, which I don't want to show too much because it might get this video banned because of the giant red spots. The barnacles, I'll call them. Those bleed very, very easily, and it sucks. And it's hard to get rid of them. But when I do scrub down, I like to sit in the tub for 30 minutes to an hour, and just scrub off all of the skin and all the flakes with that pumice stone. I did get a new pumice stone, which I'd like to try out, and then I also have another lava stone that I'd like to try as well. Tonight I will definitely be moisturizing. I'll probably use some Vaseline. I don't have any coconut oil on hand. Vaseline should help out with that. Like I said, I did draw a little bit of blood, not because I cut myself, but because I was scraping a little too hard. And the lava stone, yeah, definitely works the best, and I definitely enjoy using that to basically clean off everything so that I don't have any residual flakes. I'll have to show you guys what it looks like right before I do that and right after, because it's quite a sight to behold. It's very red after I'm done with it. I think you guys have seen it in my old pumice stone video. So the blade that I use is a fixed blade DPX Hest. This guy I bought probably back in like 2008, 2009, and it came with this nice Kydex sheath, which I enjoy, and it sits in its sleeve most of the time. Now, I do have a few upcoming videos that I want to tell you guys about. I've already filmed them, and I just have to sit down and actually edit them together. But one of them includes charcoal peel, And the other one includes the Biore strips, which are pretty good. They did a pretty good job, so I'd like to show you guys that at some point. As far as Patreon, I'd love to start a Patreon. I'd say 95% of my videos are pretty much demonetized. Out of the last 5 videos I uploaded, 4 of them were demonetized, which affects 2 different things. I don't get any ad revenue from them, and B, they don't get as much visibility, so I can't really spread the word of psoriasis around, and so that sucks. Sucks a lot. I'm sure you can guess the last video where it was just me and Desi was trying to lick my face when I was trying to teach him how to say the letter L, and that was the only video that made it through not getting demonetized. Yeah, I'm definitely going to check out a few more ASMR videos and try to get it right, because I know there's a specific way of doing it, and tonight is definitely not that. But, we'll try it. We'll try to learn a little bit and get better at it. As far as, back to Patreon, I've got, I do have an account with Patreon. I started. They take a review process to get your page launched. So I think somebody manually reviews it. And so I went through that whole process, put up the page, and they approved it. And without knowing, I had changed something again on the page, and it had to go through the review process again. And it takes approximately a week for them to get through with that. Are you guys allowed to swear? I think the chat, you're perfectly fine to swear. I mean, I've been in other live streams where people are going off and being weird. I'd recommend being civil to everybody. Otherwise, not really a friendly place. We're all here to have fun and hang out. So, we should promote that a little further. Do I stay with Desi? What do you mean by that? I'm not entirely sure. My career, as we were talking about before, I'm an accountant focusing mostly on taxes. So what Patreon is essentially, it allows my patrons, if you guys feel that I provide you with some value for my videos, the psoriasis scraping, anything like that, if you want, you can come to the site and you can donate $1. You can also set up like a little mini subscription where that dollar gets will recur every month, and that's fine. I don't want everybody to do that, but if anybody wants to, I can try to offer some additional value to that. But for the most part, I'm more than happy just putting my views or my videos onto YouTube and just going from there. The biggest problem with putting the scraping videos on is inevitably I do draw blood, or I am using my knife, or I'm using something. And YouTube doesn't like that, and they demonetize it, or they age restrict it, or like my first live stream that I tried, they just get straight up taken down, and you get a strike for it, and then you have to fight the system to get it back, which I was able to do, and thankfully, whoever reviewed it came back and gave me back my live streaming capabilities, which is cool, and I'm enjoying this, and I do love just sitting down and hanging out with you guys. It's great. So, sorry, I'm trying to go back through this chat. It's hard to see everything here. You know what? I mean, I tried a few different things with my last few videos as well. I'm not sure if you noticed, but the first 2 that I released this week, the first one was the tweezer one, and then the second one was me and Desi laughing, and the third one was, here, I got them right here. I can just look them up real fast. The third one was, no, the first one I did was the grown man shaving his legs. That one got demonetized immediately. The tweezers got demonetized immediately. Me and Desi laughing together, excuse me, that was not demonetized. The fourth one was right after the tweezers, essentially, and that was with the knife again on that same area, cleaning that up. And then the fourth one, or the fifth one, was the one where I was scratching the back of my leg with my big toe, and that one was demonetized immediately as well. And that was just scratching it, no drawing blood, no doing anything crazy, and yeah, that sucks, terrible. So that means, only my subscribers will be able to see that, which is great. I'm happy for my subscribers to get to see the videos. So back to the Patreon thing, since there are a few questions about it. Patreon does take a cut, as far as I recall. It takes a 7% cut. With the YouTube channels, I've researched that. Once I hit 100,000 subscribers, I could have paid memberships to my channel, which could help sustain, the video business. And I want to buy stuff to make my videos better. Maybe a better camera, a macro camera, a better rig to have an arm that I can move it around freely around my body to get to those hard to reach spots, so I don't have to hold the camera and try to focus on scraping at the same time. Well, I'm not too sure, the Dr. Pimple Popper Sandra Lee, I'm not sure she actually does have any advertisements. I mean, she has brand deals, which you can talk to companies directly and advertise from directly within your video, either be product placement. As you can see, I have pretty barren office. I don't really decorate much, but I probably will start doing that here in the future. And it's not that, I've heard of many doctors, actually, their channels being demonetized because of the blood. And demonetization just basically means that, as I was saying before, that Google will not put their ads, their clients' ads on your videos, and it doesn't get as much visibility as another video would that is not demonetized. So enough about demonetization. We don't need to talk about money here. We're trying to relax before bedtime. So, anything else going on that you guys want to know about, want to chat about for a little while longer? Maybe about 10 more minutes, I'd say. Where am I from originally? I was actually born and raised here in Colorado. My parents came over from Vietnam back in 75, I think at the tail end of the war. Sorry, I'm going to change that right now, and there will be talking, okay? Because I said so. Okay, there, it's changed. It's changed. There is talking. So I'm glad you guys like to see, some videos of me and my son interacting. It's fun, and I'm not gonna just flood the channel with that kind of stuff, because that's not why people originally subscribed to me. But it is nice to go ahead and show off a little bit of my life, my little slice of heaven, so to speak. Music. Oh man, Frank Sinatra. If you don't listen to Frank Sinatra, man, I don't know how you continue living. You gotta have some of that Frankie, or any of the old crooners. I love Nat King Cole. I love all sorts of things. I'm 37 years old. I have a knack for, or I like to listen to some musicals too. Aside from that, I listen to a lot of I listen to a lot of just top 40 type pop music. Bruno Mars and who else? I can't even name everybody right now. I'm drawing a blank. But I do listen to a lot of current music too. Did I say I'm 37 years old? Yes, I'm 37 years old at the moment. I feel like an old man. I don't feel like an old man. My body is starting to feel like an old man, but I still feel like I'm a kid. And thankfully, because I have a kid, that makes me feel even better. Do I sing? I have been known to karaoke quite a bit. I'm not sure about the rules on YouTube for singing or not. I've heard a few different things. Tony Bennett's great. Tony Bennett's awesome. Hi, dog. Okay, if I could sing a song, what would I sing right now? Shoot. The problem is I can't sing at full volume, and I'm kind of trying to be a little quiet here so I don't wake up the kiddo. But whenever I put Desi to sleep, I always sing a few sets of songs that he likes, and one of them is "The City of Stars" from the movie La La Land, and it's pretty good music in that movie. I definitely enjoyed it. Another one that he loves so much, which I hear of a lot, is the Lava song, that Disney Pixar short. They had a little 8-minute video, and it's about lava. It's about a volcano that is looking for love in the sea, looking for love. I do listen to a lot of old rock too, thanks to my wife. She is definitely in that genre for sure. We listen to hip hop too. I listen to a lot of hip hop actually. That's what I listened to a lot of back in the day when I went to college. But for now, I've got you guys under my skin, as Frankie would say. Well, a lot of people ask me about the Gara rufa fish, and I've looked into that. And as I said before in one of my other streams, I'm probably not going to do it unless I purchased the fish myself and raised the fish. And I'm not really interested in raising fish. Reason being is that those fish can spread diseases, or so I've heard, and I don't even want to chance it, really, because if I'm on this medication and I go and have the fish eat my skin off, and somebody has a virus that was just feeding the fish before me, they would potentially transfer that over, and my weakened immune system is more susceptible to virusi. Classic rock with Pink Floyd. I mean, I really can't name any right now. I think just Crazy Train is the only one that I really liked. Is that Pink Floyd? I think that's Pink Floyd. That's the only one that I really know from him. We listened to a lot of Journey, a lot of drawing a blank here. Yeah, I can't. I'm not very good at band names, nor am I good at song names. But if I hear a song with literally within the first split second of that first note being played, I could tell you exactly what it was, or I can sing the song for you. That's my problem. Rutu, ask again. What's the question? Oh yeah, you just asked that. Gotcha. When I go to karaoke, I generally sing. I mean, I sing some Sinatra because I know everybody always sings Sinatra or any of the crooner songs. I think they call them the American standards. They're usually sung to death at karaoke scenes, so I try not to sing those too much. Maybe just one or two songs. I've sang a few Jason Mraz songs back when he was new and actually kind of decent, but now he's kind of, I don't know, he's a little too soft for me these days. What else do I sing? I have been known to rap sometimes, but not very well. Dr. Dre back in the day, I love it. Holla. These days, not so much into hip hop. I mean, Kendrick Lamar is pretty badass. I love Lil Dicky. He's great. I've always been a fan of Mystical, even though he's gone to jail several times. I don't really support that, but hey, his music is pretty good. So I'm just going to listen to it and ignore anything else that happens. Christmas songs, I love Christmas songs. All from all the old greats and even some of the new ones. Michael Bublé. I didn't like him at first when he was a little younger, probably because I was jealous of his success. But to me, when he was singing, I felt that his older and younger voice. I'm sorry, his younger voice in the past had no soul, and but now, I think he's found it, and I'm not sure. I've heard something about him having a child, and his child has some sort of cancer, and that's so sad, and that can definitely put some soul in you. Unfortunately, under those circumstances, for sure. But best of luck to him if he's still going through that. But yeah, music. I love music. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna hum that City Star song for you. Okay, I think that's good enough of that. Thanks for listening to me. Um, at some point, I'd probably sing for you guys. That'd be fun. Maybe have a little shout out to random songs and just start switching in between. Who knows? I'm not that good though. I can't. I don't think I can do that. Yay! Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, guys. I think that's probably good enough for this evening. Is there anybody else dying to ask me anything that I didn't answer up above? It's hard for me to see all this chat. Y'all are so active, and I love it. Do I like comedy shows? I used to love comedy shows. I mean, when I was growing up with Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, then they started going over to all of the other Jim Carrey movies that he's done, and then he kind of went crazy off the deep end and stopped doing movies and doing whatever. That kind of shifted in towards the Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson crowd. And then from there, it moved on to the Seth Rogen guys. 40-Year-Old Virgin is one of my all-time favorites. I just watched that again the other day. Great, great, great movie. I love quoting comedy movies, and it's good. It's good. I do like comedy movies. My all-time cult favorite movies, though, I love cheesy 80s, 90s action movies. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Kurt Russell. I just watched Tombstone the other day, and my God, my wife put it in, and I wasn't gonna watch. I was gonna probably sit around and play games or something, but I sat down and I watched that entire movie because it's so good. I can't not watch it. Tombstone. So if you haven't seen Tombstone, watch it. The other types of movies, Aliens. I love watching the old Aliens with Sigourney Weaver. I think that's the second Aliens in the series. Not too big of a fan of the new Alien movies. But they're okay, not too bad. Predator I watched also recently. It's so good. I don't know, it's just so good compared to the action movies today. I've heard The Rock is really making a stand in the sand and actually doing some decent action and fun movies. But I've yet to kind of go see any of those. But lately, I watch Game of Thrones. I watch The Walking Dead. I love The Walking Dead. I used to love The Walking Dead. It hasn't been so good lately. What else do we watch? Westworld. Westworld is a great show as well. Logan, I watched Logan for the first time probably 2-3 months ago, and I thought that was brilliant. I mean, much better than pretty much any of the other X-Men movies before that. It was awesome. What is MST3K? Not sure if I can get that acronym out. Currently, we've been watching a show on Hulu called Castle Rock, and I didn't think I would like it just based off of what she told me. My wife told me about it, but it's been great. We binged the crap out of the first 8 episodes this weekend, and it's been great. Rick Grimes leaving The Walking Dead. I think it's time. Yeah, I know the character continues on in the comic books, but really, I think all great things should come to an end. I hate when things just go on and on and on and on and on, and it starts dragging on, and they just can't find enough interesting filler to make the end plot at the end of the day, and that's when it's kind of disappointing and almost pathetic to see videos go that far. But I'm happy about it. I think Rick Grimes leaving the show is great, and maybe even if Maggie leaves, that's awesome too. And maybe it'll start a new fresh storyline. But really for me, I think the directing has been pretty bad. Either the directing or the writing. I'm not sure. But it seems like there's been just it's been bad. Like the shooting scenes. I mean, if you've ever seen people shoot hundreds of rounds at something and not even hit any of their targets, it's just you can only suspend your disbelief so much. Mystery Science Theater. Okay, yeah. Me and my wife actually used to watch a lot of the old ones. I wouldn't sit there and watch them, but I would have it on in the background and listen to them. And yeah, I definitely enjoyed Mystery Science Theater. I have a soft spot for horror films. I try to. It's hard with horror films because most of them, 99% of them, aren't good, and it's kind of jokey. It's junky and jokey. Uh, Definitely don't like most of the horror films. However, this recent film that I just watched is called A Quiet Place, and it came. I've never heard of it. My wife suggested it because she's pregnant, and one of the main characters is pregnant, and that movie was good. I would definitely recommend A Quiet Place because it wasn't really a horror. It was more to me a science fiction like thriller type movie, and I'm not going to spoil anything for you, but it's good, and there's not too much dialogue. It's very metered. It's paced well, and the suspense is really good material for sure. My favorite horror flick, as I said, I have a flavor for zombies. So my all-time favorite zombie flick would be the first one that scared the living daylights out of me was Return of the Living Dead, I think, or A Night of the Living Dead. I think that was the first one, where it was black and white, and I was, I don't know, maybe 8 or 10 years old when I first saw it, and that literally like gave me nightmares for the rest of my life. I mean, I still have those same nightmares, but now I'm able to control most of my dreams in that manner where I'm not getting eaten and I'm not scared out of my pants, and I can essentially control the dream, or I die in the dream and I wake up. I love you guys too. What was my? You guys asked me something that I saw up here. Cabin in the Woods. Great movie. Great hysterical
hysterical show, movie show. I definitely enjoyed that one. It's been a while since I've seen it though. No Country for Old Men. I haven't seen that in a very long time. One of my all-time favorite movies, though. I think Coen Brothers, right? Those guys are the ones that directed No Country for Old Men. Is Brother, Where Art Thou? That's one of my all-time favorite shows. And I also karaoke to that song as well. What is that song? Soggy Bottom Boys, right? That's definitely one of my favorites movies in general. Jeepers Creeper is definitely one of the worst movies ever. One of my old girlfriends got me to watch the original one. It's so terrible. Okay, all right. Yeah, Man of Constant Sorrow. That's the one. That's it's good. Tail and Tucker and Dale's Evil is great. Yes, I watched that and it was funny. I didn't watch the whole thing like actively stuck to the screen, but that was pretty good. And I enjoyed that. All right, I think everybody's probably getting tired and ready to bed. I know I'm getting tired, so it's about time to go ahead and close this up. So thank you guys for joining in tonight. I hope I was able to keep you entertained for a little while. At least you guys entertained me for sure. I love talking to you, love answering questions, love doing anything, as long as I can be around y'all. So yeah, we'll go ahead and end it there, and I will see you guys in the next video. All right, I'll probably release another one. I'll try to do one tomorrow. Other than that, if I don't, we'll try to do it on Friday for sure. All right, so thank you guys. Good night, and sleep well. One more thing, I saw, when's the next stream? I don't know. What do you guys what do you want to do for streaming? I'm pretty much open in the evenings for the most part. Right about this time is my favorite thing, or is my best time to do it. So I can probably do it maybe once a week. We can just do different things and shoot the shit. Oops, did I say shit? I said shit. Good night. Okay, once a week. I'll do it once a week. And we'll do it probably Wednesday nights. I think is a good night to do it. I did swear. Sorry. Now I'm definitely gonna get demonetized for sure. Okay, now I'm gonna cut out. So good night. Love you guys. Bye.